And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Heather Rath has joined us once again.
Hi.
She is with Heather Rath Consulting, back from a big trip to Washington, D.C. You said on Thursday of last week you made the decision to go, and then you went and you were there like 4 days, and it was intense.
Yeah, it was a lot, right? And yes, as you stated, I came back last Thursday. So the Thursday prior, I was driving home from Columbia. And I just started getting like all of these little hits and hints, like, you need to go to DC. And I was like, okay, can I make this work? So I started calling some of my DC contacts, finding out what was happening with the CR, finding out what was happening with some of the work that I do on the federal level and our spending.
And so why, for you to be a local person, why is it important for you to have those contacts in DC? Why is it important for you to go to DC? In those meetings?
Sure. So, you know, I work in various communities in a number of different places. And a lot of things are changing at a very rapid pace. And while I do, of course, have DC contacts that keep me informed, and I'm involved in a lot of different associations and policy associations that also keep me informed, it's really important, like, where the rubber hits the road, that, you know, you show up, right? And so that's what needed to happen. So I quickly made arrangements. I had actually been invited to a conference on Wednesday and Thursday up there for one of my clients. I found out that J.D. Vance was speaking at another conference, which is applicable to my work. So booked my ticket on Sunday and flew in on Monday and stayed for 4 days. And it was, it was a lot.
All right, so Tim Scott has a banking hearing about home ownership. That was critical.
So this is, you know, one of my key takeaways from the trip is that I was able to see J.D. Vance speak, Vice President Vance, and I was also able to attend Senator Scott, his banking hearing. And both of them spoke very deeply and very broadly about housing
and passionately
about housing and housing needs in our communities across the United States. And they have different methods on how to get to that housing level that they're looking to accomplish in terms of people being able to purchase and have housing and live the American dream, as Vice President Vance said so many times in his speech. But, you know, this is a key priority for Senator Scott's banking committee. And I was able to hear the mayor from Dallas, Texas, talk about what he had going on and what his needs were from the federal government, along with a bevy of other professionals. So it was really great to be up there and to hear all of these different perspectives, plus meet with members of our congressional delegation staff. I also was able to meet with former congressional representatives and current congressional reps, both Republican and Democrat, and just gain some really knowledgeable insight.
And how was the J.D. Vance presentation?
It was great. He was amazing. He is a fantastic public speaker.
Yes.
If you've never heard him, he's excellent. And he really nailed how housing is a priority for this administration and what we as communities can do to feed that up so that it can flow back down from the Fed. So I was really pleased with his comments, and I look forward to working through that process over the next, you know, probably 2 to 4 years. One of the biggest benefits of being up there is being able to connect with amazing people that are on the ground, not necessarily elected or staff, but people that are just working in DC that have incredible knowledge and breadth of subject matters that matter to communities, that work really deeply and endlessly and tirelessly for communities. And I'm super grateful to have those connections. And I'm super grateful that they shared their time and their talent.
But you're glad to come home. You said you did a lot of hard surfaces, you know, marble and cement.
Lots of basements. Lots of basements.
Thanks to everyone on the show today for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share a part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.